Hey YouTube, this is your girl Sophia, and today I'm excited to make this one because I've never talked about this. Today we're talking about the period kit that every girl needs to have. Today I will show you what I have in my period kit and what I think everybody needs to have in theirs. The school season is already out there, so this is definitely a must because sometimes, even though our period can be pretty constant and happen pretty much like according to the calendar, but sometimes there are days when something happens to hormones, something happens to our environment, and our period is late, and those are the times when you especially want to have your period kit put together. So for instance, my period is pretty constant. It doesn't really fluctuate or anything. I usually have it exactly on time. I use the Clue app and the calendar that the Clue app has to track it, and usually my period is exactly what the Clue app tells me it's gonna be. So for instance, mine was supposed to be like last week or something, but I didn't get it until this week, and apparently my flight situation had to do something with it, because even like tiny minor things can put you off that schedule, that calendar. So in those cases, you especially want to have your period kit all the time. Another thing I want to say is, I don't know if you guys are the same, but I have at least 2 friends who got into the situations when they were on their period and they were not prepared and they would leak, and they like had to just walk around with a blood spot on their pants and stuff. So let's get into it. This is my little makeup bag that I use to have all my period stuff in it. It's from Caledonia. Just take any makeup bag. It doesn't have to be very big. This one is literally like not even, it's not that big. And also one thing that I want to mention is things that I have here are not just for me myself. It's also if I ever have a friend who is like on her period and she needs something, or if I have a call or something, if somebody needs my help. I like to be extra. If y'all haven't figured out watching my videos, I'm a little extra with a lot of things, and so I think I'm also a little extra with that because I want to make sure that I can not only help myself out, but any other girl that might need my help. First thing I see here is a hand sanitizer. When you are doing anything that is slightly related to a downstairs area, you want to always make sure that your hands are clean. And most of the time when you like go to the bathroom and everything, and there is a sink, there's a faucet, there's water, there's soap, but in some cases, especially if you're going somewhere outside, let's say you're in a park and there's like a public restroom there or something, if you are not in a place that has, I don't know, good water, or maybe some bathroom is out of soap, or I don't know, whatever happens, you always want to have a little sanitizer with you, because you never want to do anything that's related to a downstairs area without clean hands. So you always need to make sure that your hands are at least sanitized. So I'm just using this Bath & Body Works sanitizer. Next thing is wet wipes, and I specifically recommend either like baby wet wipes. The ones that I have here are from Walgreens, I believe. Yeah, they are from Walgreens. But just any baby wipes, or maybe specifically like women hygiene wipes. Why not any regular wipes? Because those can mess up your pH balance. It doesn't matter if you're on your period, if you are not on your period. If you have wet wipes that have some sort of like a scent to them, any fragrance to them, they can potentially mess up your pH balance. So your best option would be to either have specifically designed feminine wipes for feminine hygiene, or baby wipes. Why baby wipes? Baby wipes usually do not have any fragrance to it. They're usually hypoallergenic, so they're a good way to go. So either baby wipes or specifically designed feminine wipes. Why do we need those? Because you want to keep everything clean, especially if you want to if you don't want to experience any smell, any odor, because no odor, not in my house. So you always want to have some wipes on you to be able to wipe all the excess blood and everything. Sometimes, girl, there's way too much blood. We all been through it. There's way too much blood, and sometimes you can like spill somewhere. It can like you can accidentally, like, I don't know, touch yourself with it, or it just gets somewhere random. So you always want to have a good pack of wet wipes on you. Always, it's always a good idea. Even if you are not on your period, just so you know, like freshen up and stuff. Again, one of the things that comes with period is odor, and we want to avoid that at all costs, and having wet wipes is one of the best ways to go. So always have a pack of wet wipes on you. Next thing that I have is I have like 300,000 different types of pads. Most of the time I use pads. I do have tampons, and I'll show you the ones that I use, but I usually just use pads. I have one like nighttime pad, only one, and I have two like medium pads for like medium period and stuff, and I have two like little pads for very light period. And so I have two of everything but nighttime pads. There is no explanation behind this. It's just that I usually grab two of each, but I assume the reason why I have only one of those is because I've used one already from this kit, so maybe that's why. But I usually like to keep two of each, so that I have a for somebody else and for myself as well. So if you want to keep it odorless, I would recommend you change your pads every 3 to 4 hours. Especially if you're bleeding a lot, I would literally go and change it like every 3 classes. I would go make sure that everything is okay. And of course, if you wipe and if you change your pad, you will not experience any problems with odor, so trust me on that. All right, the next thing is I have this flex disc. I only have one. I do not use them often. I'm carrying it on me just in case. If you don't know what flex discs are, those like menstrual discs that you put inside and stuff. They kind of work like menstrual cups, but they are disposable. Like you cannot like wash it and use it again. No, it's like one-time use. It's not reusable. So it's basically like this little silicone thing, and you put it inside, and it really protects you really well. So if you know that you're going to be somewhere out for a long time and you will not have access to a bathroom, for example, let's say you're going hiking or something, this would be a really good option, as well as some tampons. I usually use small tampons. I don't like bigger tampons. I don't find them comfortable. I just use this Tampax small. If you're using small, change them every like 4 to 6 hours. I do not like using tampons unless I really need to, but those work really well for orders. So if I do use a disc or a tampon, I usually put it in, and then I also go with like a medium pad or like a pad for lighter periods on my panties, so that if anything leaks, it doesn't stain me. Even if you put your tampon in, I would always, just to make sure and be safe, I would go with at least pad for light periods, usually just like a medium kind of flow pad. So you want to make sure that you are protected. Next thing that I see here is perfume. This is the perfume that I do not use on myself because I am not necessarily in love with the fragrance. I'm not in love with it, but what you can use it for is if you're a little bit paranoid like I am, and if you want to make sure there's no odor whatsoever, like not the tiniest trace of odor, you want to carry some small perfume on you. This can be a body mist, a body spray. So what you want to do, you can spray it on your skirt, on your pants, or whatever. I would not recommend spraying it on your pad, because that kind of goes on your downstairs area, and we don't want anything to get in there, right? Like we don't want no alcohol, no fragrance to get there. So what you can spray it on, you can spray it on your maybe panties, you can spray it on your pants, you can spray it on your skirt, but not on your pad, and of course not on your actual V, like not on your downstairs area. Just spray it on your clothes. All right, and last but not least, this is so I have these painkillers. I obviously just like cut the package, and I have those 4. One is enough for me. Those are very strong. Those are very strong painkillers. Those work really well. And the thing is, a lot of the times we might go through our period without having any cramps, but there are, I don't know why this is something worth Googling, but sometimes there are situations when our period goes really well and all of a sudden you start having horrible pains. I had this, for example, this period has been a struggle, especially yesterday was horrible. Like I literally like didn't get out of my bed. I had it last year, or I think it was, I don't remember. I remember it was like fall or something. It was so bad I could not handle it without painkillers. And the funniest thing is, I remember when I was in high school and like I needed painkillers. I don't remember for which purpose. And I asked the teacher, and the teacher told me she's not allowed to like give me any painkillers even if she had some, which I found really weird. So just in case, if you ever are in a situation where you feel horrible cramps, and you never know, because you can live your whole life having your regular periods without any cramps, and all of a sudden there's this one period that's gonna make you really freak out and really think like, what the heck is wrong with me? And you might be like, oh no, I do want to experience this, I don't want to put any painkillers inside of me and whatever. I don't know why people say this. There's literally like, it's a painkiller. It's not like it's a cancer medication that you're taking or something. It's literally just a painkiller. And really, especially when you're in school and you want to do well, you want to feel kind of better, because honestly, when I'm on my period and I experience really bad cramps, I cannot think about anything. I cannot work, I cannot do YouTube, I cannot do homework. All I think about is the pain in my period. So if you want to distract yourself from it, I don't know why people decide to struggle, like choose the struggle. I don't know why. Just take this pill and that's it. Like, just take it, drink a lot of water to make sure it gets there to your like digestive system as soon as you can, and live your life fine without any pains and cramps. So I have those in my period kit as well, not only for myself again, but if somebody else experiences not even necessarily cramps, like period cramps, but like any sort of pain, that I can always be like, hey, I'm that person who has everything in my purse, so, and my period kit. So those are the things that I keep in my period kit. Again, I take them, I take everything, I have it on me all the time, so I never get into any weird situations, and I can always help out a friend or anybody else. And let me know if you guys have any other things that you would recommend putting in there, because I think that's pretty much everything girls need. But if you have any other ideas, please let me know in the comments. I hope you guys liked this video and found it useful. Please subscribe to my channel to see more videos like this, and I will see you in my next one. Bye.